where we come from, which is reggae music, and that's what we started doing, was just playing covers, and then we grew out of that and started playing original music after that.
Inspiration. Have you attended the festival before?
No.
No?
Never.
What's
I've heard of it, and then we've seen the lineups before, and then we live in Santa Barbara, and we've been tempted to come, and a bunch of our friends have come, and just either we were busy or we couldn't make it, or it just wasn't in the cards for that year. But we always see the lineups every year, and we're always just.
What kind of, if someone were to say, what kind of music is Iration? What would you say?
Well, I mean, I guess the more popular in fashion thing is reggae rock, which is what it is, and but that is what it is. It's a basis of reggae music, which is the rhythms are generally reggae rhythms, and but we do the songs that we try to do are try to do universal songs in the vein of pop music and just classic rock and roll, and we just try to make songs that are, although they're reggae and in that groove, a reggae groove and a proper beat.
What's coming up next from you and your camp?
We got our new album coming out, trying for the end of summer or early fall, probably the end of the summer. So that's our next big thing for us, and we're going tour.
Yeah, it's the album's called Automatic. We got in the studio with this was kind of all of our records that we do. We try to change it up, change the style that we go with. And this album, we try to do a proper rock and roll sound. So we got in with this guy named Lincoln Parrish from a band called Cage's Elephant. That's kind of a burgeoning rock and roll band, and he produced half the record, and then we did the rest of the record with the guy that we did all of our other albums with, a guy named J.P. Hesser in Ventura, California. So it's kind of like half of it is next step, what we would have done on our own, and then the other half is kind of a rock and roll version of our sound. We didn't really get to play a lot of those songs, more rock songs. We played more of the reggae songs tonight, just because of
the new album's called Automatic?
It's called Automatic, yeah.
All right. Do you have any questions? No? All right. Top 5 ganja tunes.
Sensimilla, Black Uhuru, yeah. I would say Ganja Smuggling, Ika Mouse.
Nah Sniff.
Nah Sniff Coke, Pata Bantan.
That's a Ganja Farmer.
Ganja Farmer, yeah. Marlon Asher, right? Marlon Asher. I mean J Boog and Marlon Asher.
Yeah.
And then you gotta pick one from maybe like Broggs or something. International Farmer.
International Farmer, yeah.
One last question. For folks that enjoy your music, you have influences from before and cats that y'all are, hype on now. Who should cats look for? Who are you listening to that you think should pop?
Well, I was telling him, I think where we started and where if you like reggae music and you like the current crop of reggae artists that are out today, I think you got to go back and you definitely got to listen to the Black Uhuru first and foremost, Sly and Robbie, Taxi Gang. That's for us number one influence, number one. Those bands are the live performance, the way that they do things. That was where we really came from. We had to cut our set short tonight, and we were gonna play Shine Eye Gal. We ran to the end of our set and we got on late, so we had to cut it. And we were bummed. We were did it specifically for this festival, and we had to cut it. But I mean, anyone from Don Carlos, Peter Broggs, Aini Kamosi, a lot of those type of bands. That's where we come from. And then as far as new bands now, I mean,
as far as new bands, a good Hawaiian reggae band is The Green.
Yeah, The Green,
pure talent right there.
Or Stand Up. All right,
Sorry.
The Green, Ukla the Mock is another one from Hawaii that inspired us, and we like everything. the Beatles for me are the ultimate, and as far as music goes, and that's where I just fell in love with music in general. And if you're talking about the other end of the spectrum, bands like Weezer and Tom Petty, Hall & Oates, stuff like that. That's, for me, that's where when I write music, that's where it comes from a lot. Is that melodic sense and and that pop vein. So.
Word up. Any questions? No. Well, thank you very much for hitting up Sierra Nevada, rocking the stage, and taking the time out.
No problem.
To cool
Thank
out
you,
with
guys.
us and let's bug you for a minute.
Sorry, I didn't know we were being filmed.
I would have dressed up if we knew we were getting filmed.
This is the official press.
Oh.